So how do you think about being intentional with something like social media? Because I look at some of the strategy behind your social media, and it seems very well thought out. Some of the secret, like recipe hacks and all this stuff. Like from an outside perspective, I think, wow, it's genius, very strategic. Are you thinking about intentionality before you do these things?
Yes and no. So like with the idea of, I actually had this conversation the other day, like scripting videos and doing all this stuff and studying hooks and going on YouTube and understanding how the algorithm works. Never done any of that in my life. Like I've never been one to learn that way. I learned by getting my mate and say, do you want to film me? He's like, what do you want to film? I'm like, I don't know, we'll figure it out. And that's how I started my journey. I'm such a big advocate on, you can't learn how to drive a car on a computer. Like, yeah, you know when you get your learners and you do a little fucking test, that means fuck all. Until you actually sit in the driver's seat and start driving, you could go on YouTube and research everything you want on how to drive a car. It means fuck all. So like with the social media aspect, I think everyone overthinks the whole process before they've even stepped foot in front of a camera, whereas I did the complete opposite. Put the camera in front of me, hopefully I'll have something to say. And a lot of the times that's literally how it comes to, of once the camera's in front of me, this is my bread and butter. I've fucking made these recipes. I've lived this life. These are all the things that I've created problems, or I've had problems in my life and I've overcome them. Let's make a video about it. I didn't have time to meal prep when I was working in construction. Fuck, there's probably a million other people out there that are also having that problem. So I just identified the problems in my own life. There had to be a point where I overcame them problems. All of my little cheat codes and recipes are just problems that I've had and I know other people will benefit from. And the only thing that I look at with my content is you need to provide something that the viewer can actually take away. Like I see so many videos these days and it's like, I watched that video, I didn't really gain anything from it. You know what I mean? It was just like a load of fuck all. Whereas I look at every video that I post, is someone going to save this video? I think a save is the best metric, because when you save a video, it's like, oh, I'll come back and watch this. That was good. I want to know more about this. That was like a really interesting video, right? 90% of my content, I do the sole purpose for people to save the video. It's a cheat code that you've never seen before. It's a value-driven aspect that people have never even heard of. You know what I mean? So I think, yes, you could do 1,000 things and get fuck all out of it. You could do one thing and get it all out of it. But I think at the end of the day, if you got shit content, you're going to get shit views. The algorithm's not going to want it. At the end of the day, Instagram, TikTok, all of these apps have the same goal as you, is to keep people on their platform. So if you can provide a video that keeps people on their platform, they're going to favorite you. You know what I mean? So I've always looked at it with the social media aspect of, what can I show someone that they're going to watch and go, that was valuable. I've just learned something new. I've just learned something that I didn't know before. You know what I mean?
From what I've seen, creators who make content for themselves end up making it for thousands of people, because everyone goes, like, what's personal is universal. What you go through, everyone is going through. A fair few amount of people are going through. But when you try and mold the perfect post video to the audience, you have this very diluted, incoherent sort of thing. But you focus on yourself, you focus on the practicalities of that, it resonates, because a lot of people are going through some very, very similar things.
100%. I hear so many people. I've even talking to my mate about this the other day. He hasn't started posting content because he doesn't know what to post. I said, brother, you've never posted a video. You've got a billion things to post. Like I've posted now, close to 200, and I'm not even at the point where I've got nothing to post. There's endless videos to post. Like I think, exactly like you said, people are like, oh, I don't know what the audience wants to see. It's like, what do you make for breakfast? Scrambled eggs, make a video on it. How do you get to when you don't feel like going to the gym, how do you do it? Oh, I do this, blah, blah, blah. Make a video on it. Like there's so many things that I think if people just looked at their own life and understood the problems that they had once upon a time and now they work around it, other people would benefit from that. Whereas most people making content are trying to solve problems that aren't even theirs. They're trying to like create a problem that apparently this audience has, and then the video doesn't do well, and it's just a never-ending cycle. Where I think if you start making content on just stuff that you know and you have experienced yourself, exactly like you said, there's going to be thousands of people out there that are probably in your exact shoes and go, fuck, I'm experiencing that. That's such a good way to get around that. I never would have thought that, you know what I mean?
I think a lot of it comes from people's fear of not feeling like they're worthy of sharing their own experiences or solving their own problems, looking at themselves as being the valuable thing. They're trying to, like you said, solve problems from their level of knowledge rather than being like, hey, I've taken these steps from 1 to 5. What was it like? How did I do it? How can I give that to someone else who's in a similar position?
Exactly. Like I said, I've probably posted 200 videos now, and there's only a handful of videos that I've actually gone out and done the video. Like, you know, I've done a recipe that I didn't make. There's only a handful of videos that I've gone out and actually, I haven't, you know, say maybe done that cheat code or whatever the fuck it may be. All of my videos are literally just stuff that I've done over and over and over again, to the point where you get so far in this journey and you forget that everything you do in your day-to-day life isn't quote unquote normal. You know what I mean? Like, you get so complacent with going to the gym every day, meal prepping, you do all this stuff, and exactly like you said, people are so normalized by their own lifestyle where they don't think it's interesting enough. They don't think that what they do every day has value in it. And I'm like, I know for a fact, because I was there working in construction and I knew nothing. I'm like, all these little things that I've overcome, I knew from day one, as soon as I can put this on social media, there's going to be people out there that are going to benefit from this, because like I benefited from it. I experienced, you know, pathways where I didn't know how to do a certain thing, and then I made a video on it, and then the next person gets to learn from my mistakes. You know what I mean?
And you learn from the action of posting. An experience creates information about it. You like, what went well? Did you enjoy making it? How was it received? What was the feedback? And that information forms, I guess, the basis for even further action, and then creates inspiration. It's this incredible feedback loop. But people are just stuck at the start line thinking, I can't win this race. I can't finish the race. Brother, you haven't even taken one foot.
Started. Like, I'm such a big believer on that. People, let's go the race analogy. People will worry about how to fucking win the race, and they haven't even started it. Like, you haven't even fucking set foot on the track yet. Like, especially with social media. I know Mr. B said, if I told you your 101 video was going to blow up, would you start posting? If I told you that 101, the one video after your 100 first videos gets 1 million views and you get 100,000 followers, how quick are you going to start posting? You know what I mean? Like, social media is literally a lottery ticket. If I told you, I'll give you a lottery ticket every day, you have the chance of winning, the same as everyone else does. Would you take it? Of course you would. So why don't people post on social media? Because there is thousands of people out there that have made one video that completely changed their fucking life, you know?
I think it's because the disparity between the certainty of getting the success versus like the certainty of getting hate, judgment, feeling that is so ingrained in the process of posting. Like, you're going to get negative comments, you're going to feel judged. That is a certainty. But there's so much uncertainty with getting a return on your investment. So this massive gap between the certainty of failure and the uncertainty of success, it creates this feeling of, what's the point?
Yeah. And that's where I've come to in my journey, and I'll probably say the biggest thing that I've learned over the last sort of 6 months is that a lot of the things that I experience aren't what everyone experiences, or the things that I've gone through, or the way I learn things, or whatever the fuck that may be. Because, for example, hate. As weird as it sounds, I fucking wanted hate. I remember when I first started posting, I said to my mate, I'm not getting hate yet, my content's not getting pushed. And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, if my video, if there's not one person that disagrees with what I'm saying, my video has not been seen to enough people. It doesn't matter how good of a video you've done. I make a video in Kmart, I show you a recipe, I show you a gym fucking hack. There's people hating on me, right? But for some weird reason, from day dot was like, I can't wait till I get hate. Because I remember looking at the biggest creators. You look at your favorite creator, you go to his comment section, it's just toxic. Like, it's just full of hate, right? But I grew up with older brothers, I grew up with mates, I grew up with a lot of people that we just took the piss out of each other non-stop. So when I started posting on social media, it's like, bro, there's nothing someone on fucking TikTok with a fake account could say that I'm going to sit there at the end of the night, at the end of the day and go, fuck, this TikTok person said I'm small, or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? Like, I truly believe, and that's where I have come to the realization a lot of the things, or, you know, the perspectives that I have are different to a lot of people, you know. I think you need to go into the mindset, at least if you're not, you know, some people aren't open to hate as much as I am. I fucking love it. I'm probably bad with it. I'll reply to every comment and I'll go back and forth, because I think if I've made a video and you have the power to take time out of your day to comment on it, you've done me a favor. I've obviously made a good enough video to stop you in your pathway to comment on my video. So I always thought, fuck it, what's a hate comment? Like, at the end of the day, don't post on social media if you're scared of getting hate, right? Like, I think be open to the present, like, be open to that. Exactly like you said. Certainty, 100%. If you start posting on social media and it does well, you're going to get hated on. So why not be okay with it? Why not take it on head on? Why not just be, fuck yeah, give me as much hate as you want? I think it's wrong to go out there and intentionally make a video to get hate. Like, you know, say some controversial stuff. I think that's where you're stepping out your lane. But If you know at the end of the day, you're making valuable content that thousands of people can benefit from, just because 2 of them are fucking crying in your comments does not mean it needs to ruin your day. If anything, I fucking love it. It's like, fuck yeah.